Over the next few days, you're going to hear a lot in the news about something called DeepSeek. But if, like me, you're not very techy, what is a good analogy to explain why it's affecting the world so much? Well, back in 1957, there was a big race to get the first satellite to orbit the Earth. The Russians actually managed it first, sending Sputnik into the air before the Americans could. Now, this was a huge surprise at the time because the Americans had been spending hundreds of millions on developing a satellite that could do this, whereas Russia had very limited resources. And the old joke goes that the Americans spent millions on developing a pen that would work in space, whereas Russia just spent 1 ruble on buying a pencil and sent that up with their astronauts. Well, that's the exact realization that's happened in the artificial intelligence world over this weekend, because last week the Chinese makers of DeepSeek launched their version of ChatGPT. In fact, they trained it on ChatGPT. But the problem for all the big US tech companies is that it only costs $5 million to develop. So they've pumped in billions into building this infrastructure so they can make lots of money from managing companies' artificial intelligence needs in the future, whereas the Chinese have just shown them it can be done on the budget of a shoestring. That is causing $1 trillion to be wiped off the NASDAQ today.